This is Gerardo Del Real here live at the 2024 Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Joining me today is the COO of a uranium company, ISO Energy, Mr. Marty Tunney. Marty, it's great to have you. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you in person.
Yeah.
Let's dive right into it. You're a uranium company at a Precious Metal Summit.
Yes.
What's the sentiment been?
It's been great. I mean, we've been well received. I think, the opportunity to meet a different group of investors has been fantastic. And I think there were some guys here that were very interested in the uranium story to start with. But I think we've also met up with some groups that don't typically play in the uranium space. And we've been well received. Let's
talk uranium before we talk ISO specifically, right? I happen to believe we're going to get in a just face-ripping bull run in the uranium space. I think the $78, $80 price is the new floor. And if that's the new floor, that tells me we're likely to overshoot to the $150 to $200 level at some point before settling back down, likely in triple digits. ISO's positioned perfectly to take advantage of that market. I want to talk cash, I want to talk portfolio, but I have to get your take on the uranium space. Do you have similar sentiments?
I do, absolutely. I mean, you look at where uranium went in the past and then you factor in inflation. I mean, $200 doesn't even get you where we were back in the last real bull market in the uranium sector.
Spoken like a true COO.
No, well, it's true. And you look at what's going on in the world today in terms of demand for uranium and, potential bifurcation of the market. I think it's only going in one direction.
Heck of an opportunity. I'll tell you why I like ISO, and we chatted a bit off air. You're cashed up. There's a lot of groups that are not catching a bid. There's some really great assets out there that you can pick up for pennies on the dollar right now. How opportunistic are you seeing this market, given your strong cash position and, frankly, an excellent team that's come together that's got all the capital markets experience you could ask for, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our team is largely built on ex-investment bankers. I'm a mining engineer, but also a long stint in investment banking. We like M&A. We're pragmatic people, and we have access to capital. We've got very strong backers. Our shareholder registry is quite enviable and supportive, and they have a big desire for us to grow. And we're looking at other groups that have fantastic assets, but may not have that access to capital, may not have the staying power, the depths, and they're going to need a dance partner. And we're hoping we can be that dance partner.
For those that are new to the ISO story and are looking for a leverage way to play the uranium space, and what I think again is going to be a pretty fantastic run, bullet point ISO for me. Why ISO?
Well, ISO gives you lots of opportunities. I mean, we've got the highest grade uranium deposit in the world in the Athabasca Basin, which is, again, quite enviable. And we're going to continue to expand that. And ultimately, I mean, that would be a very strong development opportunity. We've also got our portfolio of fully permitted past producing mines in Utah. I'm actually going to be taking a number of analysts down to the project this week. And, we've opened the portal. We've done our rehabilitation work in there. We're getting very close to a production decision, and we should be putting out some economics on that, I expect. And then production ultimately in 2025.
Sweet spot of the cycle, I think.
Very, very.
Marty, thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.